Hello and welcome, I'm Peasant, and today I'm going to be looking at spiders because I was listening to the podcast on the Gap podcast, where they interviewed Blinch and Finlal from which is half of the team, and they were saying that spiders are the one thing that they couldn't do without. So I'm going to try and do some spider business. That's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. Yeah, and the other thing is I was thinking about trying to do a challenge run as well. I did it on stream. I'm going to see if I can do it here. Basically, trying to kill the Lich without destroying or preventing them from doing any of their buildings. That's what I'm aiming for. So why are spiders good? So according to this podcast, which I recommend you check, there'll be a link in the bobbins down below. Basically, spiders give you lots of cards apparently, right? And this is something that I'd not really noticed that they gave particularly large amount of cards. In fact, I haven't really used spiders for ages. So that's kind of interesting that they'd have that kind of characteristic. So I've got to be very careful not to fill in this area. So you're not allowed to tell me to not fill in this area, because I am deliberately allowing the Lich to build everything. Now, the reason I'm doing this challenge run initially was actually for a particular purpose. Let's just put this. It doesn't really matter exactly where this goes. Let's put it here. A particular purpose, because there was some discussion in the comments about how you get the rare upgrade resources you need to unlock suburbs, and some people are saying that you need to get to a certain high level loop. Other people are saying other things, and yeah. So I actually did test it. I have. This is something I have done before. I probably shouldn't tell you that. I haven't done it with spiders before, though. The idea being that if you beat the Lich without destroying any of the Lich's buildings or removing any of the Lich's buildings, you'll get this kind of glorious bonus. But actually, no, Frodo. That's not how it works. I want to get a nice bit of blood grove action. That's not how it works, unfortunately. But yeah, that interview definitely worth checking out. So spider tricks. So they talk about, with the spiders, things you could do. So basically, they will just they spawn very quickly, and so you could use the spiders to basically just kind of overload, a bit like you might use roadside lanterns. I'm just putting that there for the sake of it. But you could use them like roadside lanterns to just kind of fill a tile with spiders, which aren't that scary an enemy, though it's a long time since I've fought a spider. And they also drop a lot of cards. And if for the purposes of farming, maybe I want a lot of cards so that I can kind of get through. Let's just have that ring, and let's put some of these out. So yeah, again, this is going. I'm going for a kind of quick. Going for a quick win here. So that's kind of what I'm going for. But it's going to be a quick win where I've let the boss have all of its buildings, and I'm trying out spiders. So yeah, so not exactly the most focused run, but it's what I've got. That's what I've got. I do have a tips video upcoming, but it's going to take quite a lot of editing and messing around. So I'm going to try not to put it off forever, just for an eternity instead. So I have some flowers in there. So yeah, so the spiders dropping lots of stuff is the thinking. So we'll see. I'll try and be observant about this. See what the spiders are dropping. Okay, there's a Chrono crystal. Happy with that. Okay, the dog dropped quite a lot of stuff. Spiders dropping mountains. So yeah, we're going to go quickly to the 3x3. I mean, I'm not really. I probably should be being a bit more measured about this, because the essence of I think to beat the Lich without destroying any of their buildings, you kind of, you need to really. You can't be too careless, I think, is the take-home message. take-home message? The message in general. You can't be too careless. That's that. That's what I'm thinking. So you can use spiders to basically fill up, apparently. So if you've got a village, say, and you put it next to vampires and it's full of zombies, if you have spiders there, the spiders just kind of they take care of you. So we're not putting anyone around here. Let's this is our big fight area, so we could put chrono crystals up here. So here's something interesting. I know I've mentioned it before, but chrono crystals don't do anything after the fact. So let's just do this for science. If I place this here, you think, oh, my HP per day will increase, but actually it won't. Let's just see. Oh, it did. I'm sure it didn't used to. Okay, maybe that's changed. One thing that is interesting about this is that I think we're all working from a load of anecdotal evidence, right? So we kind of all we're like, I'm sure this combination of things happened, and therefore this conclusion. And it's kind of interesting watching it, kind of the theories rise and fall. Okay, so we've got a vampire, we've got vampires here. Let's make this here. This is a tough fight. So I still occasionally do over-egg the pudding when it comes to those vampires. So this is cool. This means that I will basically... That's just going to work. Nice. The other thing that's pretty wild with these crystals is that if you're in the radius of a crystal when this day track fills up, you basically get double healing. So that's pretty amazing. That's pretty damn amazing. Okay. So... Playing another rock or mountain can summon the the goblins. Not always what you want to do. It's funny, I feel a bit like with this game, like things I say aren't gonna necessarily still be true a week later. Or, maybe they weren't even true in the first place, and I just was imagining they were true. So I think I need to go with kind of decent quality stuff now. So maybe we don't have rocks. Maybe we don't use them. We just go for mountains. Yeah, that's. And the other thing that I said in the other video recently is that gear was based on the level. We're going to make another vampire fight here. So the gear was based on the level of your existing gear and drops, sorry. And actually, I think that might just not be true. So sorry about that. At this point, I don't think we're in much position, unless one of the devs says it. I think we just have to, accept that we're not going to get it all right. Because there are lots of it's like how. Going for this to get a nice bit of blood path going. And let's make this here for another vampire fight. So yeah, in theory, I should be able to use spiders to... Oh, except I put crystals there. Damn it, peasant. What are you even doing? In theory, I could have put spiders over to spawn in on this fight to make this fight a lot more pleasant. Something else that used to be true is that crystals used to only boost 2 meadows. Let's just see if that's still the same. 42 HP. I know this is not ideal, but it's science that's happening here. 44. So this one is not doubled. Okay. We've done the science. It is done. And one thing I did notice when I was listening to that podcast was just... it looks like in the... Wow, that's a big upgrade. In their build, they had... they looks like they actually had the extra classes, the extra quests and all this. I was just like, damn it. Man, I wish I'd been running a podcast for 12 years. I'd have all these benefits. So, do you think we can handle another vampire village? Can we handle it? Maybe we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we can. We've got a really good sword. We seem to have got very lucky with that. And okay, Shield Master, Blade Dawn are both great. Yeah, these are just both great. I'm actually not sure which one is best. I think this is really good. stun. Yeah, I didn't actually notice, but in a fight, you know, I think when I was streaming, I was just stunning over and over again. Can you imagine me not noticing something? Yeah, I just didn't notice. Okay, let's vampirize this fight. Looks like we're actually not getting that many spiders being dropped. That's okay. So this spider died, gave us a blood grove. I'm just trying to track to see how many cards are getting dropped by everything. Okay, spider giving me mountains. Okay. Okay then. Okay. So, yeah, let's start going with mountains only. So it's a little bit exclusive. We could also potentially use chrono crystals to bring in extra harpies if we want, because we have this is next to the road. I don't think there's any great benefit of that, but you know, I could do that. Shame that our Oblivion's going to get lost, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Just yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so apparently this business about it being about the level isn't true, but I don't know. In the absence of categorical data, it's hard to know. Okay, we've got we can make more vampire fights, or we could maybe use the spiders to dilute. I don't know which direction the spiders are going to go here. They're going to go up here or down or across to here. This is so much science to do, and we definitely want to make a blood grove because blood groves spawn enemies that drop incredible loot. We like the incredible loot. We enjoy it. Okay, drinking potions. It always feels like you've got something good when drinking potions. I actually no, I'm just taking loads of damage. Let's go with attack speed as we've got the stun option. So we'll switch this armor out. This is higher level, but I value evasion more than vampirism. But we will get a chance to get better stuff. And it could just be a mistake. I think part of me is still working with the old information, the possibly wrong information that actually, you know, that level is the level of your stuff is the influences the level of your drops. So we've got a potential village. We could use it to make the goblin fight a little easier. And actually that's compelling. That's compelling. Compelling. I mean, we've been very lucky to get this sword. I have just had the very promising runs where you just don't get a good sword, and that's kind of, that feels like that's about it. I mean, I suppose you could kind of notice that you have a terrible sword and adjust. Sounds horrifying. What, you mean you think about what you're doing? Nah, I'm sorry. There's a limit. A true limit. Right. So yeah, because I'm trying to kill the Lich without placing any buildings or oblivionating anything, I don't want to just spam out whatever. You know, that's just, you know, just the truth. Because every placement advances this. And I don't know if there's a difference in the amount that these advance. That is science that I've been unable to do. So magic damage is king around here now. We all love magic damage. Let's have another blood grove. So you want those blood beasts, whatever they're called. We want them. Elite zombie. That sounds bearable. But yeah, it looks so. Yeah, so that's this kind of plan. So basically, to beat the Lich with without destroying any of its buildings. So each building is going to increase their max HP and damage by 5%. And so in this case, there will be 8 buildings, I think. Actually, I don't think that necessarily all of them fill in with buildings. Maybe it'll be 7. Maybe it will be 7. So this is some counter and some regen. Not too fussed about that. This has got magic damage, so actually that will just add on. So that's 18 to 24 effective damage, and then some other gubbins. So we'll take it. We'll take those extra gubbins. We'll do it. Okay, more crystals. Lovely stuff. I'll take those crystals. So yeah, we can actually put crystals on here, and it does seem to have an effect. But I mean, we could do it for the joy. And these goblins also spawn once a day, but they don't because there's a village there. I'm not sure why goblins are so scared of villages, but they are apparently. I'm not complaining. They're a bit of a bogeyman fight. Okay, so yeah, having Chrono crystals all the way around is good because it doubles the effect of your healing. So it's pretty serious. Pretty, you know, it's a serious boost. And yeah, so interestingly, someone in the comments, I really should make more notes before I make these videos, on my previous video saying about how they weren't too worried about the actual flower placement. It's just that being in the coverage of these is immense. It's immense. Okay, so this is just a better version of the same armor. But yeah, okay, we've got ourselves a level up. Okay, I just feel like these are not the ones I want to be fighting the Lich with. We don't care about resources. The only resources I'm short of are rare resources where the cap is irrelevant. This is some extra healing. I think the battering ram's actually more likely to help me. More likely to actually pull its weight. Okay, and we're going to have some battlefields here. So yeah, that's made all of that into blood path. Where you can fight blood clots, and there is in the Steam forums, someone has gone into config files to actually find, you know, what the drop rates are of things. And yeah, it's interesting. It's like, do I want to go in those config files? This is secret knowledge. So we could have some spiders. If I put them here, then they'll spawn in here. So if I place a village in there, hopefully the spiders will hang out in there, and I won't have this slightly horrible fight. I mean, it's not an awful fight, but this is a run ender. This is a fight that does kill me. Even now I've assumed my true form. By that I mean having spent over 24 hours playing a demo. That's what I mean by assuming my true form. We'll have a grove just for an extra vamp fight. Potential blood grove shenanigans. You just have another meadow, it's fine. It's fine. It's groovy. So yeah, not too into counter. Is the truth. It's fine if you get the perk that means that or trait even, that means that you counter on evade, because then you've not paid the iron price. You've just you just kind of pretend countering. Okay, so we'll go with another blood grove here, and more spiders. So the spiders are just spawning in here. And we do have double harpies. I'm still not really sure why I did that, but I think just to show that it happens, I suppose. It has been spoken of very highly. People love having those extra harpies around. And why not? Okay, that's a huge damage increase. So I'm taking it. It's huge. Grove. So yeah, we will, because we have a particular aim. I think maybe evade is just the best, with or without the extra buffs. Oh yeah, let's put this grove up here for another vampire fight. So yeah, I think it just is the best. It's certainly the best thing if you're fighting the Lich. That's just you know, I think it's undeniable. The other things just aren't. You know, if you're just going to go in with, say, 60 of one stat, the stat you'd want is evade. Now, you would obviously want some damage to go with that. But, evade is pretty glorious. Very, very glorious. Okay. So we're getting up here for this loop. Okay, here's the village. So this is the experiment. So we've got spiders here. We put this in here. Do the spiders come into the ransack village? That's something I think saying I'm testing it is slightly grandiose. That's not really what's happening here. And is that another potential spider? Oh no, we've just cleared that, which is why there are no spiders there. Let's hang on to these spiders for now. Oh yeah, this is it's a evasion debuff. We just don't have much evasion. It's a shame, crying shame. Let's see what stuff we have in our knapsack. Okay, let's make some more vampires happen. You clear these spiders and put vampires in there. That would of course be pointless. So go for a bit of max HP, and yeah, I guess make some more vampire fights happen. Let's put them in there. So we've got some blood clots. And we could put this here for spiders and another vamp fight in there. I mean, we're not. Yeah, it's not looking perfect. And here it's like, well, I could just take straight defense instead of my 7% evasion. I think I'm gonna do that. And maybe we really start slow rolling until we can get. I mean, we've got good damage. You know, that is something that's going for us here. We've got good damage. Okay, we can have ourselves another village. See, these spiders, hopefully they're going to fill in after this fight here. If I survive that fight, feeling super confident about my ability to survive that fight. Let's put some more meadows. Where are we here? Let's have a village somewhere. Not a village there, why not? And just gonna place these out because I am a little dinged up. A little bit dinged. Yeah. A little bit beaten up. Okay, and a shield. So this has got magic damage on, so it is a damage buff and a damage to all. So it's basically going to add 6 damage, which is pretty significant. We are going to lose 6 defense. Yeah, this is really not very optimized for the Lich. So I think it's just not optimized for the Lich at all. This is basically the same ring, but better. So we'll just take that. Think no further of it. We'll go for a bit more Chrono Crystal bonus. Because the more coverage we have, it's just the better. It's just better. A bit more max HP. Interestingly, it has been pointed out in the comments that if I bring my max HP up, it could mean that I use a healing potion. Because by proportional, health would be lower. Let's put a grove here for some future vampire fights. Okay, yeah, definitely the Blood Grove. A useful addition. Though the enemies that it drops are scary. They drop some good. They bring good kit with them. They have impeccable taste when it comes to their equipment, and we're all very proud of them. Okay, this is an evasion ring. Yeah, I think if we can kind of go in for the Lich fairly soon, maybe we will. But we've yeah, we're not getting the ideal kit. Hopefully we'll find something on this row, on Treasure Alley, that we've made. We've got good damage though, as far as I can tell. I mean, it's okay. We're not doing too badly. It's funny that we've got 2 different stun effects. Okay, so this has got magic damage of 4 and then damage to all of 7. So I think that's just stacking on top. So that is an improvement. Yeah, we're doing some pretty serious damage here. And then we've got magic damage ring. But I'm not so sure that... I mean, I used to love damage to all. But I think you need to commit to it pretty heavily for it to be super, super good. Because, I mean, nothing really... I mean... Killing the little guys is almost like the least important bit. Okay, we've got Somersault. These are both great against the Lich. I really like Hard Sharp as well, but these two are great against the Lich. This is just, I love this one. I like playing extra cards. Hard to believe, I know. I do have a full hand. This just gives you a load of extra health, which is amazing, and it works just before the Lich. But Somersault, I think, is even better. I mean, they're both great. There's no... So I'm going to go Somersault, I think. Yeah, let's go Somersault. I think in theory, if I was going to kind of really lean into the traits I already have, I would go with attack speed building stuff. But looks like I might actually be about to remove my attack speed for the sake of a bit more evasion. Because those evasion counters are pretty strong. And I know that they're not every single time you evade, but it's pretty significant. So now we have a bit more reason to kind of lean into evade. Okay, this is a magic damage regen kind of weapon. So it is overall more damage, and we are going to be... Actually, no, it's not. So it's adding 9 instead of 11. So yeah, this isn't more damage. And we've got a lot of group fights. I mean, I think actually, because we've got a bit of vampirism and we've got all this going on, the long fights aren't really our enemy. I don't think we're necessarily benefiting from the fights being over more quickly. I think it's kind of worthwhile for the fight to go a little bit longer. That's my instinct anyway. Could be wrong. A bit like in Darkest Dungeon when people kind of milk those fights. Okay, let's just take this because it's just evasion. And we've gone up to 25% evasion, which is pretty good. How are we up here? We've got a bit of... We could clear some things with Oblivion. If, you know, that is something we can do. Oh, there was something interesting, which was to do with goblin villages, and I've just remembered it. About summoning dark blobs. Let's see. So, God, this is the thing. I'm always torn between science and winds. So apparently, if you get a load of goblins somewhere and then you nuke their village, you get a dark blob. Was it dark slime? I've only just remembered. Oh dear, dearie me. So it's a very, very bloody road here. So I've got to be careful not to accidentally trigger the Lich. Oh wow, it's gone from being a hey, I'm going to play with spiders to oh, I'm going to do this science thing and I'm going to do that science thing. I do need to just be careful not to, just end the game. And maybe what I want to do is actually get through this loop, and then this is where I start just playing all of my cards all the time. One more battlefield though, that's the possibility of just getting really good extra treasure. Oh damn it. Okay, damn it! I thought I could just squeeze in one more battlefield. Okay, so we can still. Damn it, peasant! What's wrong with you, peasant? Okay, we could try doing this shenanigans. So we could put the spiders here, vampire here, but it doesn't seem to be working quite as I wanted it to work. I can have a vampire grove fight there, get some crystals from Bristol. Put them in. And now we don't care that we're using inferior materials. We can just use our rocks. That's just fine. And this is intact, and that is part of the point of this run that doesn't have a point. It has lots of point. So I could use spiders to potentially weaken this goblin camp. I'm deliberately not going to do that for the sake of some science. Hopefully I'm going to get some oblivions, and I can destroy this village. We might not be able to do that science. Okay, so 22 to 34. This actually, it's higher level, but I don't think it's better because the damage to all and the magic damage, I think the damage to all stacks. So it's we're actually looking at a 26 to 34 damage on this, and the magic damage actually has some kind of avoiding. It has some kind of effect that negates, defense and things like that on the enemies. So yeah, just weaker. Okay, so we're looking towards getting the crystal coverage that we all dream of. Gotta love that crystal coverage. So put a meadow in there. I mean, there's a long way to go on this. We've got potentially quite a lot of growing to do. Gonna finally become the heroes we always wanted to be. Another village. There's quite a lot of places I could put it. Spiders still hang out in villages, don't they? There's no... yeah. Let's see... yeah, there's... don't think it really matters. I mean, it would be... if I put that there, it does actually clear out the stuff that's in there. It's kind of funny the way that villagers do that. It's funny. Yeah, with the way that kind of the things that I think are true changing over time, I almost feel like I need to do what newspapers are meant to do, which is kind of go, yeah, like, I'm so sorry. So in that last episode, I said this is what happens. Actually no. But I'd have to do it like actual newspapers do it, with like tiny little print in a corner you're not going to look at, to to really nail the accuracy. Let's go with this. Grow fights without vampires on, I think, are slightly pointless. I mean, I suppose it is. They're still fights, aren't they? I suppose. Well, yes, peasant. The fights are still fights. Yes, you're incredibly observant. Here's a medal. Wear it frequently. Okay, let's. 25% evasion is good though. It's, that's better than. Better than a slap in the face with a wet kipper. Okay, so we've now got complete crystal coverage over there. It's just really is the dream. But yeah, I mean, we could still come a cropper in all these areas. Some chonky chonkers there. Evasion weapon, but it's just too big a damage decrease. Just too big. Okay, that's just an evasion buff. I'll take it. I will take it. No questions asked. But these guys drop the good stuff. Let's see what we get. Good, look at this. Lovely. Okay, so there's a lot more defense, but we'll lose 6 damage. But this is going to add damage to all and attack speed and some regen. I think that's worthwhile. I think so. And we have a blood grove. I'm going to put it down here so there's a chance for it to spawn an enemy by the time I actually get there. And it will help potentially with this fight. Those goblins can be they're a worthy adversary. Let's plant some flowers around here, so the Lich will be thrilled. These home improvements. Okay, so yeah, I think we keep the fancy shield there. Keep it. Attack speed 20%, and so I have the stun effect. So, this is, if it wasn't for the fact it's evasion on that, this would be very tempting. But I just don't think when you're going for these slightly quick and slightly dirty runs that you can actually, there's any real hope to that you're actually going to be able to... Oh, wait, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, yeah. Well, it's gone. It's somewhere out there. If you find my train of thought, I'm not going to offer a reward. I've got plenty more. I've got loads of others. I can just get one of them. Right, so we can keep on placing mountains in the classic behind head position. You can make these vampire fights. I'm up for that. A lot of spiders everywhere. I guess the thing is, I do want to do this science on these gremlins. Oof. Good opportunity for loot, but also opportunity to get completely decked. Properly decked. But we think we're all right. Okay, so this is it's got the magic damage on it, and some regen and damage to all. Yeah, that's just an upgrade. We'll take it. We will take that. For definite. So this is a level up, and it's counter. Because we are mainly aimed at thinking about the boss. The counter doesn't matter. It's so this is 11. So this weapon here is basically we're adding magic damage and damage to all on top. So it's 26 to 34, whereas this is 23 to 33 with some counter on that we're not that into. You know, we're just not into it. Okay, let's put out these meadows. Need to have a lot of meadows. So many meadows. Put a mountain out. I try and put the mountains so that they have more adjacency than the rocks, but it's not being super precise. Okay, there's our Oblivion. Alright, so we've got science to do. We have the science. So I think once you have 3 goblins, if you destroy this, we should get a dark slime. Let's we'll see how that pans out. And I'm deliberately not interfering with this tile by placing spite. And there's no spiders or anything, and that's why. That's my story. Okay, we're getting nearly to a new day. We should heal a good amount. That's a identical evasion ring. Yeah, I mean, this is good. And I think because we're always in the range of the Chrono crystals, we basically heal. We heal for double the amount, which is redonkulous. So let's. Oh yeah, this needs to be by the road, don't they? Let's put this here. That should hopefully affect that. Have some. And so there's 3 goblins here. There are 3 goblins here. You know, you've got to ask yourself some serious questions about your mother tongue when you know, even you can't speak it correctly most of the time. Some serious questions. I'm thinking of changing my mother tongue to just something better. All right. You could have a village in here. So yeah, let's just. So there are 3 goblins in here. The science. So let's just let there be as many goblins as there can be. Let's just try not to forget the science, the valuable science that we're doing here. So easy to forget. Okay, so be switching our evasion, which is buffed, for stuff that isn't buffed. It's a clear decision. All right, so we're gonna have the Blood Grove for the chance of getting the enemies that the Blood Grove spawns, because they're very much the good stuff. If you can have them involved, you're onto a winner. More gobs. Oh, we could add vampires to the mix. This will be making a vampire fight here, but I think that's just okay. I mean, yeah, I think it's just okay. What could possibly go wrong? We seem to be handling most of the fights on this loop. We seem to be alright. I think up to date on everything. I think so. After 24 hours, I finally learnt how to mouse over things. Alright. Let's put the flowers there. Could still put this on the road. I don't want to interfere with this because we're doing some science. We could put a grove there, I suppose. Yeah. I do worry a little bit that the effect that stuns everything is giving me a full sense of the power of this build. I do worry. Okay, so 1929 is a damage decrease. Okay, I'm putting these mountains in here. That's pretty decent. That's acceptable. This is acceptable damage. You'd love to see the blob hero. Okay, what have we got here? So Omicron's technique and Blade of Dawn are both great. I have, of course, made this not as good because the fight isn't within the space of the Chrono Crystal. I don't know if it actually works like that, but in theory crafting-wise, this is not as good as it might be because we're not advancing time. I'm not sure, actually, about that interaction. Moving swiftly on. This is also good. I like Blade of Dawn. I think I'm going to go with Blade of Dawn. It's an extra attack, extra chance to stun, and it's a lot of damage. And it will help me get to the end of this fight in tip-top condition. Because it should just mean I kind of... yeah, a lot of these fights are a good chunk easier. Because we're not really healing much in the fight. I think you can sometimes have a build where this end bit, where you're just fighting the remaining people, you can heal up. I don't think that's really what's happening here. It's not what's on offer. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, vampirism, but yeah, Evasion is king. It really is the king around here. So, okay, science time. Oof, I nearly forgot as well. We Oblivion this, and we're trying to find the Dark Slime. So hopefully there'll be a Dark Slime there. I'm not going to play anything in here that's going to confuse matters. Not even anything. Just not going to do it. So we do want some more meadows if we can. Something here. So yeah. So hopefully we'll fight a Dark Slime now. We'll see. No Dark Slime. Maybe you didn't allow enough time for the Dark Slime to show up. Possible. Maybe I did bad science. Okay, so we are very close to having a fight with the Lich. Very close. We're going in pretty good shape. Pretty good shape. I mean, yeah. I mean, bear in mind this is a kind of weird hybrid between a long run and it was accidental. I didn't actually mean to trigger the the Lich just now, but I did. I just have to accept that now. So we'll see. We've got 27 evasion. We've got a good amount of health. Damage is okay. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. And I just don't have any resources that I care about here, so I don't. It doesn't matter if I die. Shut up! You got a score to sell, man. That's my impression of the. So yeah, they've got. So they do have a lot of extra stuff. 5% for every business. Every business. What are you saying, peasant? What are you saying? But this guy does hit like a truck, but we've got a good amount of healing every day. I feel like with this, I'm basically leveraging everything I've learned in 24 hours of playing a demo that probably people... I don't think they intended anyone to play this many hours. The most hours I've heard of anyone playing the demo is 120, possibly more. As in, they're not really 100% sure how many, because offline play. If you played the demo for more than 120 hours, feel free to comment and tell us all about it. Okay, so that was kind of a weird challenge slash science slash run, and we'll see. I mean, will I get some of the rare upgrade resources? Not sure. One interesting theory, no, is that actually, if you start a new save, you're more likely to get the rare resources or something. Just interesting. I can't imagine that that's true though. I just can't face something that grim. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I've been Peasant. This has been some Loop Hero. subscribe and like if you like the video. And yeah, lots more Loop Hero planned. Obviously, in full release, I'm going to have a lot more to do, a lot more to show you. But until next time, thanks so much, and bye.